showdown. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Memphis offense will get the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. White going to attack through the air. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
To the air on 1st down. Might be looking to run. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Things looking really good for this offense on their 1st drive of the game. They've been able to get it done a lot of ways. An explosive.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches need.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Overton. He's got him. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Frost. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Got the quick completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Henry. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Potiphar. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Finds his man. It's Henry. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. White wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from There he goes! He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right back to the well. Just ran over it. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Full wideout set 2-by-2 on 2nd and 5.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And wings it incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They'll run it from the gun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. The run from the shotgun. the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the option. Now the pitch. Fighting off the defender.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
On target to the left. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's bottom.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
They'll give it to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like it because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The RPO fired complete to the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Dropping back, it's Overton. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Offense in a split backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Wants to throw again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good, and you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
This time on target. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Off play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
This is kind of like Vegas in gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
The Gamecocks need to pick it up on 4th down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there, just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It'd have been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got into the end zone. So obviously still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard, but that's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think, before heading into the second half.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
White going to attack through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Harding. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Overton. This one's complete. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Jackson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Kane. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the comeback is on. Play the analytics here, and you go for two.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Play action on first down. That's caught. It's Harding. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Finds his man. It's Johnson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. I mean, you're playing at night. It's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws a pick.
Looking downfield, it's Overton. With the catch, it's Jackson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. The play-action fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes a grab on the shot. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We've got to stop turning the football over.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes a grab for a big play. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Frost. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's White. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Spotify. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. White wants to throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Memphis. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll do it himself. Just ran him over. He has the first and still on his feet. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Finds a man in the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
With the catch, it's Bennett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Back to pass, it's Overton. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it inside the 25. Turning it on. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Going to look downfield again. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. White going to attack through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got room at the 35. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
It's so nice to be an offensive coordinator when you got a guy that can do this. What an unbelievable job. Scrambling around, buying time, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call it, running a long way and scoring a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Powers through the defender. Still on his feet at the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll keep it himself. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. To throw, it's Overton. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense...
Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown, and you've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Just over a minute and a half to play as they line up for the onside kick in what is likely their last gasp in this game. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Dances away. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Snagged out of the air. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Overton. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pulls it in on the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown Gamecocks. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
It's complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Still looking. Running to Green. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. White wants to throw it. Quarterback adapted. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Making side adjustments here. To the air on second down. Throws toward the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news.